All right, Hunter, we made it, man. We're at the first round, and interesting fact, this is your first pro motocross national.
Yeah, been pro for about 4 years now, and somehow this is my first one. My first year racing pro, I think almost everyone's heard, but I almost quit racing after that. So outdoors wasn't in the question. And then my first 2 years with Julian, my first year with Julian, I ended up riding for a different team for the summer doing World Supercross, which was an awesome experience and one that I couldn't really pass up. And then last year I got hurt, and I was supposed to do a couple outdoors and all the Canadian outdoors. So excited to be here for my first pro national at Paula. This was actually, believe it or not, the first pro national I ever watched in person. So to be here, it's pretty surreal, and be racing on a track that I've spun a lot of laps on over time and watched a lot of racing on. I'm over the moon excited. I can't wait.
Can you, for the people that don't know, can you actually go a little bit deeper into that almost quitting decision, and then maybe what brought you back?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, my first year Supercross, I was riding for a different team, and it was about a year and a half after when I rode for Geico and the team shut down. So I'd obviously been going through a rough patch for about a year, and then I did Supercross. I had a lot of high expectations that I wasn't even close to coming close to. So after Supercross, I basically was lost, didn't want to ride. I didn't ride for about 4-5 months maybe, and just didn't really love it anymore, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and wasn't sure if I wanted to make this my job. So spent a lot of time thinking about it. Julian had offered me a ride my first year pro, and I turned him down, and about a year later he called me back again, and it was about the time where I was kind of on the fence of, if I wanted to race or not. And at that point, Julian was my best option, and I figured I'd give it my all for another year, and if it didn't work out, it didn't work out, but at least I tried, and I didn't give up. And so basically from November of 2022 on, I've been riding for Julian, and I haven't looked back, and now I'm going wide open at this thing and trying to make it as far as I can.
Yeah, it seems like Julian's invested in you and really kept an eye on you for a while, and it looks like it's paid off. I mean, I remember this just finishing Supercross, you rode really well these past few rounds.
Thank you. Yeah. Obviously a big sacrifice for Julian to hire me in the first place. Like I said, I downright turned him down first time he offered me a ride. So it shows what he thinks of me and how much he believes in me to come back. Even after I had a rough showing, like on top of me turning him down, I had a rough showing and I didn't prove anything. So he came back, offered me a ride, and then even on top of that, like I said, I went and rode for a different team, and he came back with another offer for me. And he believes in me a lot. He works really hard. My first year on the team was the first year that we had Partzilla as a sponsor, which has been a massive help to Julian's team. It's propelled him, miles, and without them, we probably wouldn't be able to do these pro nationals. And same with the Blaster Power crew coming on this year. So it just shows how much Julian's really worked at this team, and how much he's worked with me. And I feel like I'm working pretty hard as well to try and show everyone that Julian's, an up-and-coming team, and that he's going to go far in this sport, and we're going to get good results together.
My last question is, again, kind of a hometown race for you. You know this dirt. We only have a few rounds that have this kind of dirt, this dry, slick, can turn into a highway. So you got to feel a little confident coming into this one. But do you have any expectations for yourself?
No expectations. As crazy as it sounds, I just want to go ride, and I feel like my fitness is really good right now. I've been working with the Torque Fit crew, Ryan Rowell and Zach Osborne, for the last 6 months. And yeah, I feel really good on the bike. Obviously, kind of jumping back, but I've spent the last 4 years not riding outdoors. So last month and a half has been a grind for me, just trying to figure out the bike and suspension stuff, a lot different than supercross, and getting my feet wet. So no expectations. I just want to ultimately go out there, and if I get a good start, that'd be great. That would help a lot, and put together 2 good motos, which I know I can do. And yeah, if I do all that, I'll be pretty happy.
Cool, man. Well, good luck tomorrow. I'm excited to watch you drop your first national game.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, babe, we made it to outdoors.
Yeah, we made it. We're here, and man, I can't be more excited. It's always a great time when we come to outdoors, and yeah, we got to ride a little press today. I was pumped. It's a little dry out there, but no, bike's feeling good. The last 2 weeks have been unreal. I've been ripping, and confidence as at a high. Starts have been awesome too. So I'm ready to get out there, do some work tomorrow, and see where we stand against all these guys.
So can you tell me about the last few weeks for you at the end of Supercross? Were you already kind of transitioning into training for the outdoors? Were you already working on that towards the end of Supercross, or was it just kind of, we only have a weekend off, so it's not a lot of time.
Yeah, it's not like we have too much time to get ready, but I think like 4 Mondays before, so maybe around Philadelphia or Pittsburgh or something like that, we were starting to ride outdoors on Monday, and that really helped with like bike setup. Like I didn't really change anything from last year. They just threw me my Ironman setup and just said, here you go, and it's been really, really good. So yeah, and yeah, no, like my mind was fully on outdoors for sure. After shoot, I don't even know what it was. After one of the rounds at Supercross, I was just like, yeah, outdoors. Little Freddie. But no, my mind was on outdoors since freaking halfway through the Supercross season. So yeah, man, I couldn't be more excited. But you know, we've been kind of training for it a little bit, but not crazy. Like we only did 1 day a week, so it's not like you can do much more than that without really sacrificing the Supercross riding. So yeah, man.
I remember in Supercross, one of the last rounds, you were chasing a little bit of a suspension change, and you were explaining that you ride your bike a little different than everyone else. You're more choppered out, right? You're more raked out. Are you you chase that same setup in the outdoors?
Yeah. That's the like the balance I like for comfortability. I just like the front end a little bit higher, so I can really like, if I need to stick it in somewhere like really, really hard, it's the front end doesn't just give way and wash on me. So yeah, it's even more outdoors. Like it's even more choppered out and outdoors. If you see me coming out of the corner, you're most likely going to see my rear fender on my back tire, and my front end just kind of searching, going wherever. That's the way I've ridden the bike always, though. I can't remember not having my bike like that and liking it. So yeah, I do chase that from Supercross to outdoors, and yeah, right now we're pretty dialed in.
And then these first couple rounds are pretty different from the rest of the season. It feels like these couple of West Coast rounds, this track, Hangtown, a lot drier, a lot turn into a highway, but also have these ruts that are deep and soft, but then they turn dry and hard. So it's kind of a interesting setup. Do you look forward to getting these ones kind of out of the way? You do good at Paula too, though, so you kind of may look forward to this race as well.
Yeah, I always look forward to Paula. Even though it does get dry and hard, for some reason I always do pretty good here. Yeah, I've always liked this place, and then Hangtown as well. Like I've done fairly well throughout the years there, and yeah, so it's a good look for me coming into outdoors. And then you know I really need to focus on Colorado this year, because in years past I've really struggled at Colorado. So I really look forward to getting that one out of the way. Oh shit, sorry. But I really look forward to getting that one out of the way. But everywhere else I'm a fan of, you know.
Sweet, man. All right, we're looking forward to watching you out there tomorrow.
All righty, sounds good. I look forward to ripping it.